Chapter 4 The First Day. Albus woke early the next morning, his stomach churning with a mixture of excitement and dread. The Slytherin dormitory was still quiet, his fellow first-years fast asleep. He dressed quickly in his new, green-trimmed robes, fingers tracing the silver serpent emblem. As he made his way to the common room, Albus was struck by its eerie beauty. Green light filtered through the windows, giving glimpses of the lake beyond. He wondered what his father would think if he could see him now, a Potter in the heart of Slytherin territory. "Morning, Albus," came a cheerful voice. Scorpius Malfoy was curled up in an armchair, a thick book open on his lap. "Sleep well?" Albus shrugged. "As well as can be expected, I guess." "You're off early." Scorpius grinned. "Couldn't sleep. Too excited. Want to go explore the castle before breakfast." The two boys set off, their footsteps echoing in the empty corridors. As they wandered, Albus found himself relaxing in Scorpius' company. The blonde boy's enthusiasm was infectious, his knowledge of Hogwarts impressive. "Did you know," Scorpius was saying as they passed a suit of armor, "that Hogwarts has 142 staircases? Some of them move, you know. And then there are doors that aren't really doors at all, but solid walls just pretending." Their exploration was cut short by the arrival of other students heading to breakfast. As they entered the great hall, Albus felt the weight of stares and whispers. He kept his head down, following Scorpius to the Slytherin table. Halfway through his toast, Albus felt a tap on his shoulder. It was Rose, her face a mixture of concern and disapproval. "Albus," she said, "can we talk?" Albus nodded, following her to a quiet corner. Rose bit her lip, seeming to struggle with what to say. "Look," she finally blurted out, "are you okay? I mean Slytherin. It's not what anyone expected." Albus felt a flare of annoyance. "I'm fine, Rose. Slytherin's not that bad." Rose looked skeptical. "But it's, well, you know whose house. And the Malfoy boy. You shouldn't be hanging around with him, Albus. You know what people say about his family." "His name is Scorpius," Albus said coolly, "and he's my friend. He's nothing like what people say." Before Rose could respond, Professor Sinistra appeared, handing out schedules. Albus took his, grateful for the interruption. The day passed in a blur of new classes and experiences. In charms, taught by the tiny Professor Flitwick, Albus managed to make his feather float on the third try, earning a squeak of approval. Herbology with Professor Longbottom was more challenging. Albus' bouncing bulb kept slipping from his grasp, much to Scorpius' amusement. It was potions, however, that Albus was most nervous about. The Slytherins shared this class with the Gryffindors, and as they filed into the dungeon classroom, the divide between the houses was palpable. Professor Slughorn, elderly but still sprightly, beamed at the class. "Welcome, welcome. Ah, young Mr. Potter and Mr. Malfoy, what an interesting pair you make. And Miss Granger Weasley, of course. I knew all your parents, you know. Brilliant students, all of them." As Slughorn set them to work on a simple potion to cure boils, Albus found himself partnered with Scorpius. To his surprise, they worked well together. Scorpius's precision balanced Albus's intuition, and by the end of the class, their potion was emitting the perfect pink smoke. "Well done, boys," Slughorn exclaimed, peering into their cauldron. "Take 10 points for Slytherin. Your fathers would be proud." Albus felt a warmth in his chest at the praise, quickly followed by a pang of uncertainty. Would his father really be proud of him in Slytherin? As they left the classroom, Albus overheard two Gryffindor boys whispering. "Can you believe it? Harry Potter's son, friends with Draco Malfoy's kid. Bet he's going dark already." Albus clenched his fists, anger bubbling up inside him. Scorpius, noticing his friend's tension, placed a hand on his arm. "Don't listen to them," he said quietly. "They don't know us." Albus nodded, forcing himself to relax. "You're right." "Thanks, Scorpius." That evening, as Albus sat in the common room working on his charms essay, an owl tapped at the window. His heart leapt when he recognized his father's handwriting. "Dear Albus, I hope your first day at Hogwarts has been everything you hoped for. Your mother and I were surprised to hear about your sorting, but we want you to know that we're proud of you, no matter what house you're in. Slytherin has produced many great wizards, and I'm sure you'll do the house proud. Remember, it's our choices that show who we truly are, far more than our abilities. Be kind, work hard, and don't let anyone make you feel less because of your house. We love you and can't wait to hear all about your adventures. Love, Dad. P.S. Your sister says to tell you she's already planning to steal your room." Albus read the letter twice, a lump forming in his throat. He had been so worried about disappointing his parents. But here was his dad, supporting him unconditionally. "Good news?" Scorpius asked, looking up from his own homework. Albus nodded, smiling. "Yeah, really good news." As he got ready for bed that night, Albus felt a sense of peace settling over him. Yes, being in Slytherin was unexpected. Yes, there would be challenges ahead, but he had his family's support, a new friend in Scorpius, and a whole magical world to explore. He was Albus Severus Potter, Slytherin, son of Harry Potter, and friend of Scorpius Malfoy. It wasn't the path anyone had expected for him, but maybe, just maybe, it was the right one. With that thought, he drifted off to sleep, ready to face whatever his second day at Hogwarts might bring.